Hi folks and welcome. I'm Grant Sleep, the Technical Director of ACE Communications. Today's video is the second video in our series of 4 videos and is an informational video in which I'll show you how to unbox, assemble, charge and then use the new radio with the supplied audio accessory. The radio we'll be using is the Motorola DLR1060 lightweight digital business radio. Guys, let's jump in and see what you get in the box. You'll receive your DLR1060 box, and inside the box you will find your radio. With the radio you will have its belt clip and holster. You will find the battery. You will also find an instruction booklet and your audio accessory that you would have ordered with the radio. Now remember, in the last video I said there's a range of audio accessories. Today we are going to be using the D-type audio accessory. I'll show you how that works. Right, let's get this assembled. You need to take the battery cover off the back of the radio. There's a little clip. Sometimes it can be a bit stiff. Unclip it to the left hand side. Slide the slider to the left. Open the battery box. There is a tag, a little white tag. Please make sure that that little tag is out when you put the battery into the radio. On the battery you've got gold contacts. The gold contacts on the bottom left hand top of the battery. And you'll see the corresponding gold contacts on the inside of the radio. Please place the battery into the radio so that those contacts are matching, and then push the battery down until you hear the click. Okay, once it clicks into place, you can put the battery door back onto the radio. Put the battery door back onto the radio. Okay, slide the locking lever to the left hand side until it locks and the battery door will be in place. Right folks, let's put this accessory connector onto the radio. On the side of the radio you've got a little accessory door. If you open that little accessory door, you get access to the contacts. Okay? Seat the battery or the accessory connectors into the contact. You've got a small hole and a big hole. Okay? You've got on the accessory connector, you've got a small and a big contact. Obviously, you need to marry them up. Okay? Put the contact in and push it home, but push it home hard. It really needs to go in and click. You'll see that once it's in, it's really well seated. Okay? You can now put the radio back into its holster and click the holster into place by clicking the top into it. Now that holster is really solid and it's in and can go onto your belt. Okay? So folks, that's the radio with its accessory connector in, and it's all connected. Make sure it's well seated. Now you need to charge the radio. We're going to put it into the multi-unit charger. When you drop the radio into the charger, you will see an initial red flash of the LED. Okay? Once it goes into the charger, it will flash once red and you wait for it to go green. Once you get a green light, once the charger goes green, it tells you that the battery is fully charged. Okay? We're going to assume that that's gone green. It is a fully charged battery, I'll assure you of that. And now you're going to turn the radio on. When you've got the accessory connector connected to the radio, you need to have the accessory on your ear to actually hear the radio boot up. I will boot 2 radios up. The one with the accessory connector I'm going to boot up now. You push the power button, top right hand side, until the red light comes on. So let's look at that again. Power button, top right hand side, 11 o'clock. You push and hold that power button until the red light comes on. Once the red light comes on, the radio will boot. Okay? And you will hear it say radio battery high. It will give you the state of the battery and it will tell you which channel you are on. Okay. The radio is now booted up and ready to go. Okay. You've got a number of buttons on the radio. Let's go through the buttons at the moment and let's teach you what each button does. On the top of the radio, you've got a button that has got 2 radios that look like a shadow. That is what we call a private call button. That button, if it is enabled, will allow you to do a private call when receiving a call. The operation that is in the user manual. Okay? If you want to learn how to use that, address the user manual, have a look at the user manual. You then got a plus and a minus button on the left hand side of the radio. These are your volume up and down and your accessory or your functional buttons, activity on, activity off buttons. The button below that is the button with the 4 squares on it. That is your activity or function button, the different functions that are within the radio. So if I push that button, it will give me a function. So those are your different channels. Okay, that's your function button. Then on the front of the radio, you have a large rubberized button. That is the PTT button. In other words, the push to talk button. That is the button that you're going to push to transmit with. While you are transmitting, you need to hold that button in. When you finish transmitting, you release that button. Once you release that button, the radio can now receiving from your colleagues, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that button is pushed in, you're transmitting, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you release the button, the radio is now receiving, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're using the accessory connector, which I'm doing, you have an inline microphone, and on the microphone you have a PTT button, okay? The PTT button is on the side of the microphone. If I push and hold that PTT button in, I am transmitting. Radio testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To go into the receive mode, I release the button. If I then use the other radio with a big PTT button, you guys aren't going to hear it, I will hear it. Okay, I can PTT and talk back into this radio. Folks, when you are using the PTT button and the microphone on this radio, you need to have that between 2 and 3 centimeters from your mouth when you talk. 2 to 3 centimeters. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you are using the accessory microphone, you need to have this between 3 and 5 centimeters from your mouth. Don't get it too close because you distort the audio, okay? So you can key it up and talk. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get it too close to my microphone, I'm going to distort the audio. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so remember that. Don't get the microphone too close to your mouth. The microphone has also got a little clip on it, so you can clip it to a shirt or a collar and it will stay in place. Radio test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Guys, that is a quick overview on the operation of the radio and how to use it. Please do not place more than 7 of these radios in close proximity in one location or in a single box. You're going to create distortion and feedback. We know you're going to enjoy using your new DLR1060 radios, and please feel free to contact ACE for any support needs or any more information you may require. Our email address and contact details are on the screen behind me. Join us in the next installment where we'll show you how to care for and clean the radios and its accessories. Thank you for viewing.